Welcome back to Disneyland Hotel Diaries. You know, planning a Disneyland trip is supposed to be all fun and magic, but let's be real, choosing where to stay can be one of the most stressful decisions you make. Today, we're taking a deep dive into Club Wyndham Dolphin's Cove, sorting through hundreds of reviews to get you the real story. So that's our mission today. We are digging deep into Club Wyndham Dolphin's Cove. We've sifted through more than 500 reviews to figure out what the experience is really like and hopefully help you decide if it's the right home base for your big vacation.
So looking at the overall score, we land at a 3.7 out of 5. Now, that number tells a story right away, doesn't it? It's a mixed bag. Not a total disaster, but definitely not a perfect 5-star experience either. So the question is, where are the highs and where are the lows?
Okay, now this is where it gets really interesting. You see, location scoring a very strong 4.3, but then cleanliness drops all the way down to a 3.8. That gap right there, that's the central conflict of this hotel, and it's exactly what we're going to unpack.
All right, let's dive into this. First up, that fantastic 4.3 score for location. Now, the hotel isn't right on Disney's doorstep, so how do guests actually get to the park gates?
So you've got a few options here. It's about a 20-minute walk, or you can grab a pretty cheap Uber. But the real game changer, the thing that so many reviewers are raving about, is this little shuttle hack. You just take a short walk over to the nearby Toy Story parking lot, and you can hop on the free, official Disney shuttle that takes you right to the gates. And this review just hits the nail on the head. This is exactly why that location score is so high. It's not just about the walk itself, it's about having access to that free shuttle. I mean, it saves your feet at the end of a long day and gives you that official Disney transport feeling, but without that premium price tag, it's a huge perk.
So this is the crucial part. After a marathon day in the parks, what are you coming back to? Well, the room itself is where the reviews split into two completely different realities.
On one hand, you have guests who are absolutely thrilled. They're talking about getting these beautifully updated rooms with modern furniture, new bathrooms, and well-stocked kitchenettes that are just perfect for a family trip. I mean, this sounds fantastic, right? But then, you have the complete polar opposite experience. Reviews like this one describe rooms with major issues like mold and awful smells. I mean, to the point where guests felt the room was totally unlivable. The inconsistency is just staggering.
It honestly seems like booking a room here is a game of what we're calling renovation roulette. You're basically rolling the dice hoping you land on one of those gorgeous updated rooms, but you're risking the very real possibility that you get an older one that has some serious problems.
Okay, so beyond the rooms, what are the other perks and, let's call them quirks, that consistently show up in the reviews? Let's weigh them out. The pros are pretty significant. Guests love the big pool and the 2 hot tubs, the resort-style stuff like games and BBQs, and this is a huge one for Anaheim, free on-site parking. The staff also gets a lot of praise for being friendly. But the cons, they're just as serious. We've got that cleanliness lottery, reports of paper-thin walls, and this really big one we need to talk about, booking nightmares. This is a really concerning theme that pops up again and again. Multiple people describe booking months in advance, only to be told just days before or even on the day of arrival that their reservation was canceled because of overbooking. For families on a once-in-a-lifetime trip, that's a potentially vacation-ruining risk, especially when it seems like non-timeshare owners might be the first ones to get bumped. We're just about to get to the final verdict. But first, if you're finding this breakdown useful for your trip planning, could you do us a huge favor and take a quick second to subscribe and like this video? It really helps us dig into the data for more explainers just like this one.
So let's bring it all home. We've seen the great location, the risky rooms, the fun perks, and the kind of scary quirks. How do you possibly decide if Dolphin's Cove is the right choice for your family?
Well, let's break it down. This place could be perfect for you if your family really wants those resort amenities. A great pool, a kitchen to save money on food, and you plan to have some chill, non-park dates. It's also a great fit if you see that Toy Story shuttle as a major win. However, you should probably look elsewhere if you're a light sleeper or if the possibility of a dirty room would just ruin your trip. And most importantly, if you absolutely cannot risk a last-minute cancellation, the pattern in these reviews suggests this might just be too big of a gamble.
Now, if you've weighed all the risks and decided Dolphin's Cove is still the spot for you, we've pulled some pro tips straight from the reviews to help you make your stay as smooth as possible.
First off, hit that pool and those hot tubs early in the morning to get them all to yourself. Good news for packing. Reviewers say the rooms are well stocked with essentials like dish soap and even laundry detergent, so you can pack a little lighter. Now, given the cancellation reports, be extra careful if you're booking through a third-party site. And finally, just manage your expectations on arrival day. Don't count on getting into your room before that official 4 p.m. check-in time.
So, it all comes down to this one question. For your family's big trip, are the amazing perks like a resort pool, a full kitchen, and free parking worth the very real gamble on room cleanliness and, most critically, whether your reservation will even be honored? That's the trade-off, and only you can decide what matters most. Thanks for joining us.